Hey everyone, Chris Sawyer here. The Varietal Show is back. I am at one of my favorite Dry Creek Valley little wineries here. This is Mill Creek, and this is Jeremy, the Kreck family, whose family you started this winery. Your family, third generation for you, and you got the fourth generation coming along. We are right here, kind of where Dry Creek and Russian River kind of meet right here. It's off of West Side Road, the classic road. You get off the freeway in Healdsburg, you kind of go through this one roundabout, and you just kind of head out west. And you come here, you just go around this one bend right near the Madrone, and which is an amazing place to stay too. And you come here, and this is where your family planted grapes back in 1965. Is that right?
1965, yeah. So
Wow.
we were grape farmers for about 10 years, and then when the grape market turned south, we started the winery in 1974.
Okay.
Did custom crush for a couple of years, and then built our own winery in about late 70s.
Okay. Late 70s. Well, you know, you've done some great things. We're tasting this Sauvignon Blanc right now. So the great thing is that Jeremy and the family are going to be pouring at the Pour+Explore event, which is coming up next week. It's May 21st at Paradise Ridge, which is a great place where you get to see a great view of Sonoma County from up there. But it's really focused on 4 different appellations of Sonoma County in the north. So we're looking right here where we're at, right here at the junction of Dry Creek Valley and Russian River Valley. But as we look right across the road here, kind of against the mountains there, you got Alexander Valley and Knights Valley. So all 4 of those appellations are going to be here. We're going to taste some stuff from right here on this property, but we're also going to taste a little bit of your Alexander Valley property stuff. So we've got a little bit of stuff going on. What made you go, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna follow my dad, and I'm gonna keep making we're gonna be responsible for the winery and everything. What was your inspiration there?
Because I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do. No, honestly. So I mean, I grew up driving tractors and irrigating and farming. The ranch that we still have in Alexander Valley now, and so I went to school to Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, be a major in agribusiness. But then I came back, and I at the time had no inclination of being a winemaker.
Yeah.
But our winemaker left in 2004, and kind of as the low man on the totem pole, I was put in charge of working in the cellar with the help of a couple very talented consultants. So
Wow.
for a number of years, they told me exactly what to do, which I did, and kind of learned definitely on the job.
Yeah, oh, that's great. Well, I'll tell you one thing, you guys. For starting out, first thing we're going to taste of the 3 is this Sauvignon Blanc, and I identified it right away. I feel proud of myself, but I said there's got to have Muscat clone in it, and so most Sauvignon Blanc out there in the United States, especially here in California, Northern California, is clone 1, and Muscat is a different kind of clone. It came from the Loire Valley, kind of off the coast of France there. And it's got a different flavor. It's much more melony. It's like you cut like a Crenshaw melon or a Crane melon from our little province here, and you cut it, and it just smells so pretty, and it tastes so great. I mean, it's like good acidity, brightness. One of my favorite things is we're getting into the warm season here in Sonoma County. You know, it's getting to be May, and we're doing the event on the 21st of May. And you can go to sonomawine.com for that information. It's like 75 bucks. It's the best place you're going to be next Thursday, so just get your tickets now. But you know, when you get into this season, I love split pea soup when it's chilled, and if you just in little shooters, and so like doing a shot of split pea soup that's chilled with like a little creme fraiche on top of it, maybe a caviar on top of that, or something, or a little sprig of really fresh herb in there, and I could see myself just being in heaven with this wine. This is really good. Yeah, I think you've done great. So, I mean, this is a small block. Are we on the property right now? Is this from this property?
We are, yeah. So this comes from down below there,
Okay.
right by Dry Creek itself. It's named after Vera, who was my grandmother, my dad's mom. This was her favorite varietal, and so we named the block after her. So yeah, you were 100%. You nailed it right away. 100% the Muscat clone, FPS 27. This is something that we've had for quite a while, and our customers really love it.
Yeah.
This is absolutely a great spring wine, summer wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes great. I mean, this is also, I mean, give me sushi with this, you know, give me Vietnamese food. Give me stuff that's fresh. That's what I want with this. This is a very fresh wine. It's very vibrant. It has a lot of, I mean, the nose is so pretty. I mean, it's really all there. So this is a really good one, but from Vera's block, grandmother's block. You know, that's so cool, man. And good. She had very good taste. Obviously, the Sauvignon Blanc is an amazing grape variety, and here we are tasting it. As you said, I mean, it's very popular with your clients here, that your customers that come in here. But I think that just overall, Sauvignon Blanc has become something that people that really want flavor really go into Sauvignon Blancs, and there's a lot of different styles. You know, the New Zealand one can taste very grassy. Sometimes we call it cat pee. It smells like people go, oh, it's a cat pee one. Oh, great! I can't wait. Not really my type, but it does happen. And then there's some that you get like that are like really wild herbs, like sage that you can smell, and marjoram and oregano sometimes that you get in there. But you know, sometimes it's about the citrus notes, and I think this is kind of more grapefruity, really great. But that melon, I knew that. I could tell that it was really good. But fresh cut melons, this is really good.
So this is fermented half in barrel, which really kind of pushes those melon citrus flavors, and the other half in stainless steel.
Yep, that's awesome. Well, let's taste a little bit of red here.
Yep.
So here we are in Dry Creek. There's you know, the show that I did with Shelley Raffinelli. You know, you got to talk about Zinfandel when you're in Dry Creek. It's just the grape of here. And during COVID, I actually did a thing where I got to choose which regions for the Zinfandel advocates and producers, the ZAP organization. Which areas did you want to do, Chris? If you're going to do a 30-minute Zoom, because no one can go around. So during COVID, and I said I want to talk to the guys from Dry Creek, and I want to talk to definitely the great people that I know that are from Napa Valley for what's left of Zinfandel, because they're old vines. And so this is a good little part of this property here. Tell us a little bit about this. This is Hillside Dry Creek Valley 2022.
So this actually comes from the hillside right behind us, right back here. This was, it's about a 20-year-old block, farmed in a bilateral cordon. This, I don't know, I do in stainless steel for the fermentation, and then it gets 18 months in French oak. All French oak, no American oak, just kind of my style.
Yeah.
And a fairly good chunk new for Zinfandel, about 40%.
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean, it's cool. I love it where you get French oak in here, because it's like really smooth. It's got a little bit of sandalwood kind of note to it. It's got the spice to it, but it's not huge spice. And sometimes that's one of the reasons that they put American oak in there, is because it's spicy. Right. This is more, wow, this just tastes great. And the texture, I mean, it's all about the texture. I poured my friend Mike, who's sitting right behind the camera, some, and he's happy right now, you guys. He's a very happy guy. And he lives in Kentucky too, so that's good when you got the Kentucky people drinking fine Zinfandel from California here. So yeah, Zinfandel's meant a lot to us here, hasn't it? Like, you grew up like with old gnarly vines and all these kinds of things. You know what? You know, did you ever used to play in those vines? Because I used to have a fort in Russian River, a little bit further down here, but it was in this gnarly old vineyard, and you know, they didn't have any trellis system, so it'd be kind of like Medusa's hair, and you'd go play hide and go seek under there, and no one would find each other, so you can't find each other, so you just go snake, and everyone would run out, and like, just that was it, and so it wasn't really that exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that if you picture like an old vine vineyard, it's always Zinfandel, because this has been around this area for some vineyards that are 120 years old.
1850s is really when it came into this area, and it's came with the gold rush. This is California state grape. It is the technically the California state grape. This came in with the gold rush. When we became a state, it became the official grape of California, and we love this grape, and it can outlive 3 generations of people. I mean, there are some vines, especially right down the road here, from 120 years ago. I mean, and they're still putting out. They get good at 40 years old. I mean, like they get their moves on at 40. Some other things like Cabernet you're pulling out at 40 because it's just the production isn't there. This gets some real interesting characteristics that continue to develop. So I think this is an amazing wine. I mean, I think that this is great too. That's on the hillside. got a little
Right.
things going on here, and you guys can see like right around us. These are wild old oak trees, and some smaller versions of it that just grow because they drop their little seeds there, and you can't stop them. There's the little kids over there, and there's some really fat oak trees, and we got some little redwood versions right here. They'll always grow. I mean,
Yeah.
once you put a redwood in the ground, it's going to grow for a while. But you also, right in front of us, you guys, you can't see it, but we actually have a little water trough that goes this way, and it's actually got the mill wheel here. So that's not kidding. That there's, you used to have the mill kind of look on the front of the label, and it's a really cool look. And you can kind of see when you look at this part right there, you can kind of see a little bit about what the building looks like. But it's like an old mill. And was this an old mill?
It was built as a replica.
Okay.
When my grandfather moved here, they bought a huge ranch up behind us up on Mill Creek Road.
Okay.
And a lot of Healdsburg was based around the lumber industry
Yep.
when it first started getting going in the 1800s. So this was built as a replica of some of the mills that were up there on
Okay.
Mill Creek Road.
Okay, great. Yeah, and there is a road called Mill Creek Road, and this is Mill Creek wine. So this is Mill Creek Vineyards, and you go to millcreekwinery.com, and you can find out more about these wines. But this is an outstanding hillside Zinfandel. It's just really, really good, and I like the fact that it is young vines. It's got its little, swagger to it. It's a little, it's got a little muscle to it, and it's good. It's really good. So. Fantastic stuff. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
In 2022, a good vintage for us here in Sonoma County, I think. What do you think about that vintage?
Nice and ripe. Nice flavors all around. It was a fairly easy-ish vintage to
Yep.
work with. No
Yep.
real issues. But it was pretty solid all in all.
It's a good wine for sure. That's great. I really like it. And I like this new label too. I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, so we do a black for the reserves and then the white label as well.
That's great.
And we will be pouring that on for the event.
That's great. And then we've got the this.
That's the same.
That's the same.
bottle.
Okay,
But we
so-
will be pouring
Yeah.
a Cabernet from the Alexander Valley Ranch.
Yep.
And also a Cabernet from this property.
That's great. So tell us a little bit about the Cabernets and just how they're different. I mean, here we are, Dry Creek. You're kind of right here on that thread because you're going to get fog before the bigger part of Dry Creek does, and that's a good thing in some ways. I mean, you look at where Bordeaux is. I mean, the Cabernet there is grown right next to the Atlantic. It's blocked because of the largest sand dune in all of Europe, but it's also such an interesting little area there. So you're kind of like almost like more like that.
Yeah,
than
it is a little bit cooler here than it
Yeah.
is up Dry Creek.
Yep.
We get, being right on that Russian River border, we get more of that fog influence than
Yeah.
something like rock piles. So
Yeah.
it extends the growing season. The hang time is longer.
Yeah.
I think the flavors may develop a little bit
Yeah.
longer, better. And then Alexander Valley is a little warmer than we are right
Yep.
now.
Yep.
We also have very different sites in the Alexander Valley. Where we are in Alexander Valley, very, very thin soils.
Yep.
So we get tiny little rich concentrated berries.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it tastes like it. It's going to be great. And he's going to be pouring this. The family's going to be there for this amazing Pour+Explore event. This is the Four Valleys event. This is happening next Thursday, and this is the 21st of May. It's an amazing event. It'll be at Paradise Ridge, so you get to see everything from up there and looking at different areas. But this will feature Dry Creek Valley, Russian River Valley, Alexander Valley, and Knights Valley. So speaking of Alexander Valley, you got a cab from up there too. So how does it taste different from the Russian River part of here to Alexander Valley, which is about 10 miles that way?
Well, I think for us, it's less about the climate differences and more about the soil.
Okay.
I can't speak for the entirety of Alexander Valley, but as I said earlier, the soils where we are in Alexander Valley are super thin. The vines struggle a lot more than they do here. So here it's more of a balanced, fruit-forward wine, where Alexander Valley is just a really dense, reserve, high tannin, we call a very masculine wine.
Yeah, it's a little muscular. Yeah, good with steak.
Good with steak.
Good with steak. Good with meats. Good with that. And I think that just the fact that you have the Russian River one here from the estate, that's so interesting because it's a different one. It's a second course. You know, it's maybe the chicken course, or maybe you got quail or duck or something, and that's a good one. And then you're going to do the final one with steak, and that's great. So I think that that's what's wonderful about having two different Cabernets that don't taste alike, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the two appellations that you represent right here are very special appellations, that you're super close to both of them, and you're looking right at the other one. It's just right over, like these trees right there. As you go past the town of Healdsburg, it's just on the other side of Healdsburg. You just happen to be a little bit west of downtown Healdsburg, exactly due west of downtown Healdsburg. But it's just an amazing little place.
That is what's fun about Sonoma County,
Yeah.
there's a diversity of Russian River, you know, Pinot Chard country, to Rock Pile, to Knights Valley,
Yeah.
this warm, big Cabernet country. And
Yeah,
so
and
it's like everything all at once.
Yeah, and it's like within a 20-mile circle, and that's it. But like
Healdsburg's right in the middle.
And Healdsburg's
everything you can ever want. Right?
Yeah. So this is what you're going to be able to experience, you guys. Just some good talk here about Mill Creek and the wines here, right here. The footprint of the beginning of Dry Creek Valley, really where we're looking at the southern edge of Dry Creek Valley, and actually the southern, almost eastern edge, because Dry Creek goes that way from here. But we are right here, really good access to here, which is really easy off the freeway to get to Mill Creek, which is great. But you can come and visit them and actually taste these wines that we've just talked about at the big event that we're doing, the Pour+Explore, which is going to be the Four Valleys. You can look it up on SonomaWine.com, and you can also look up this great brand, MillCreekWinery.com. And you can get your tickets, obviously, on SonomaWine.com. Go to the events page and Pour+Explore. It's going to be next Thursday night, May 21st, and it's going to be awesome. And I hope you guys can be there, joining Jeremy and I. But thanks once again, Jeremy, for having me. And the great show will be back. And I'm going to drink some more of the Zinfandel. I'm definitely going to drink some more of that Sauvignon Blanc before I see you guys on May 21st. Hope you can make it. Cheers.